Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Kristin and I love to craft. Today we will be making my boys some Easter basket tags, and we will also be using my Brother PE 800 embroidery machine, and I'm so excited to show you guys how to use it and how to make these Easter basket tags. We will be going through some supplies today and show you what I highly recommend and what I actually don't recommend. So let's go ahead and get started on today's video. We will be using a variety of the ribbon. Some of it came from the Dollar Tree, some of it came from Hobby Lobby, so we will be using those. I get most of my fabrics from Joann's, and I also get them from Etsy. So these are the two fabrics that we will be using today. Let's talk about stabilizers for a minute. So there are many different stabilizers that you can use, and they all have different purposes. So for instance, this one is great for kids' clothing. It is an iron-on stabilizer, and it goes on the inside of the embroidered shirt or garment. Next, let's talk about water-soluble stabilizer. So this is great whenever you are doing any sort of project like a towel. You can put this stabilizer on top or on the bottom and it tears away, or you can add water to it and it dissolves. So it's great if you are doing a dish towel or even like a beach towel, anything like that. This is great for that. Next, let's talk about cutaway stabilizer. So cutaway stabilizer, you're not able to tear it, so it's great for like the backs of like a sweatshirt. So this is perfect for that. It's something that cannot be torn away. Cutaway stabilizer is great for on top of like dish towels and things like that. It's not water soluble, but it does tear super easily. So I'll show you. It tears super easy. So there are many different types of stabilizers. It really just depends on the person and the kind of project that you are working on. But if you ever have any questions, feel free to put them down in the comments below, and I will definitely be able to help you out with your project. In today's video, I will show you how to use the cutaway stabilizer and the tearaway stabilizer. So let's go ahead and put these to the side. The hoop that we will be using today is a 5x7. So what I'm going to do is take this part right here and just untighten it. That way that it separates both hoop pieces. And then we are going to take our cutaway stabilizer and we are just going to lay it across, and we are going to cut a piece just like this. Now, if you're trying this out for the first time, I would definitely recommend putting the stabilizer on the bottom just to make sure that you are cutting a big enough piece, and then cut it from the side like that. So let's go ahead and put down the bottom portion of our hoop. Then we are going to put our stabilizer down. Then we are going to put on the top portion of the hoop, and we are just going to press it down just like that. Alright, now we are going to pull on the sides of the stabilizer to make sure that it's tight on there. And we are going to tighten the hoop back up. Now, you can also use a tool for this, and it's like a flathead. Most embroidery machines do come with one. I just tighten it up because it's quicker that way. Alright, so in order to make sure that your stabilizer is tight enough, if you tap on it, it should sound like a drum. And it sounds like a drum to me, so we are good on that. Now, I like to go ahead and just trim it around the sides. That way that there's just nothing extra hanging off. Alright, and there we go. It does not have to look pretty at all, just as long as it's out of the way. I have a huge piece of felt by the yard, and I like to put this in between the fabric and the stabilizer on basket tags because it gives it a little extra fluff and it's not so flat and flimsy. So we are going to cut a piece of this off, and what I like to do is just kind of drape it over like this and cut out what I need. So we have a big enough piece just like that. And what we are going to do now is head on over to my embroidery machine. It is going to do a tack down stitch and to make sure that this layer is secured down. And then we will put the fabric on top. I ironed out my fabric and I did a lint roller over it, so don't forget to do that step. You want to make sure that your fabric is nice and straight and flat. So let's go ahead and move on over to the embroidery machine. Okay, so we have our embroidery machine here and we have our hoop with the felt on top. We need to go ahead and put the hoop on the machine, so we have the two hooks here and the two hooks here. So let's go ahead and line those up and put the hoop on, just like that. Now we already have the thread all the way through the machine, so it's ready to go. We're going to go ahead and lower the presser foot, and we are going to press start. Now it is done with the tack down stitch. Now we are going to add our fabric, but we want to go ahead and go back a thread. So we are going to press the back button. So we're going to lift the presser foot, put our fabric on top, lower the presser foot again, and press go. So we're going to do another tack down stitch, that way that our fabric is secure and on there. Now that that's done, let's go back over to the craft table and trim this down. Okay, so now that we have our fabric attached, we do not want to take it off the hoop. We want to just go ahead and trim around the carrot. So I'm going to start off on this side, and I'm going to trim as close as I can to the stitch. Okay, I found my embroidery scissors. I knew I had them somewhere, but I just was not looking good enough. Okay, so this is going to make it fly by super quick now. Now that we have it trimmed, let's go ahead and put it back on the embroidery machine. Okay, so the next thing that we are going to do is lower that presser foot again and press go. Okay, so it did another round of the tack down stitches. We are going to go ahead and press go again so that it could add in the 2 little slots at the top for the ribbon and another stitch around the outside. Okay, so next up it's going to put his name on here, so we need to change out the thread. So I'm going to lift up the presser foot, pull the thread out, and then re-thread the machine. Lower that presser foot down, and it has an automatic needle threader. And we are just going to pull it that way and then press go. Okay, before we do that though, I did say that we are going to try out the tearaway stabilizer. Now this is absolutely not necessary at all, but I wanted to show you guys just an example on how to use the tearaway stabilizer. So we're just going to set it on top, lower that presser foot, and press go. Okay, now it says that it is finished embroidering. However, I like to finish up the back of my embroidery designs. So we are just going to take it off of the machine, and if you look on the back, see, it's not very pretty. So let's go ahead and take that extra piece of fabric that we had over there on the craft table, and we are going to do a tack down stitch just to cover up the back. So let's go ahead and head on over there and I'll show you how we attach it. Okay, so we have our design here. Let's just go ahead and flip it over. Okay, so now we are going to put the piece of fabric on the back, and you can still see it. So if you wanted to do like a piece of felt in between here as well, you can definitely do that. But since this is for the boys, they won't even care. Let's add some painter's tape to the back. One right there. And we can add one right there. Make sure it's pretty tight though. And we could even trim down this part right here. And let's go ahead and just tear that in half. So we have that part to cover up right there, and then we'll trim down this side as well. And we can just put those strips right there. All right, now let's go ahead and go back over to the embroidery machine, do that last little tack down stitch, and then I'll show you how we are going to finish up this cute little basket tag. Okay, so we have it taped down, and we are going to put it back on the machine, lower that presser foot, and press go. Okay, now that it's finished, let's go ahead and sit down at the craft table and I'll show you how we are going to finish up the basket tag. Okay, so we are back on the craft table. Let's go ahead and untighten the hoop and take our design off of here. So you untighten it like this and just pop it out. We can go ahead and remove the tape. We did not need to use the tearaway stabilizer, but I wanted to show you guys just how easy it is to tear it away. So all that you do is take the corner of it and just pull it. Now we can trim up a few of these threads in here. I think that this is actually the easiest part of this whole entire process. So now let's go ahead and pull up more of the tearaway stabilizer. If you cannot get into the little places like right here, just take your scissors and brush the top and it'll come right up. That's just a little trick. And then go ahead and trim up some of those threads that you didn't already. And I'm going to go ahead and trim around the back as well. Okay, and you see how it's not very pretty around some of these edges? You can totally go around it again at the very end. I just like to go ahead and trim it all down so I could see exactly what I'm working with. So I want to start by just go ahead and cutting this out. And now we just have this little area to work with. So it's a lot easier to trim it down now. So now that we're done trimming it, I do want to add on some ribbon. I think that we are going to go with the green and with the white. You can either take a rotary tool or a pair of scissors, and I'm just going to go over those two little spots right here. I'm just going to take a little notebook, that way that I'm not cutting onto my glass mat. And I'm just going to roll over the top like that and do the other one. And it cuts a hole right through it. And I'm going to take some ribbon, maybe about that long, cut it off. And we are going to just put it through the hole. And if you're having issues getting it through the hole, put it over it and poke your scissors through and just push it through like that and then pull it out. Okay, now we're going to make sure that the back is straight, and then we're going to flip it over and we can tie it up, but I do want to add on some of this white right here. So I'm going to cut it about that long. I want to add it in with the green. So once we tie a little knot like this, I'm also just going to put this under here. I'm going to tie a knot on top of it like that. And then we're just going to tie a little bow. Okay, I don't like it in a bow, so I'm wondering if maybe we should just do the green part in a bow. Sometimes you just have to kind of play around with it and see what looks best. Okay, so I'm liking this so far. And maybe we can even trim down those two sides right there. Maybe something like that. Pull that bow a little bit tighter. And then let's go ahead and add in a little V to the ends of our ribbon. And then we're going to pull the tails down just like that. Fluff up our ribbon a little bit more. And look how stinking cute that turned out. Oh my goodness. Let me run over and get their Easter baskets and I'll be right back. Okay, and here is the sweet little Easter basket with the tag. So in order to attach it, you would just put a string through here and tie it to the handle. But this is how it looks for now. So I'm so excited. I might even just like lay it in front. That would be so stinking cute too. Well, so much for tuning into today's video. I hope that you enjoyed it just as much as I did, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!